Hi everyone and welcome back to Diamond Paints with Mike. Today we're going to be sealing Karl the crab with this crystal art seal here. Now these things are a nightmare to get off because if you tip that over like that, the glue will seal around it. So this is going to be a little bit hard to get this off, and I'm not entirely sure how I can get that off because see, like, it really is a nightmare to get this. Handache, and this is not good. So I don't know how we can get this bloody lid off. Sometimes I say put a towel around it, but I don't know if I've got a towel. Oh my god, this is a nightmare to get off. Why won't this come off? Oh, it's getting there. There we go. Sometimes if you tap it, it can just dislodge itself. But yeah, do not get glue stuck up the side because it can fall into this bit here and then get stuck. Right, fantastic. So yeah, I'm quite pleased because I wanted to use this up. So it does last a while, but obviously it's always nice to have you know, fresh new sealer. So all we're going to do on this, it's been a while since we did sealing because I am not the best at remembering things, and sometimes I do a painting and then just put it into the completions queue, or I put it on the wall and then forget to seal it. I think because we what it has been as well is obviously I work on a lot more specials than I used to, like more specials than I do normal drills now. So with specials I don't tend to seal. Now although if you're new to diamond painting and it looks like it's like we're just covering it with paint, don't worry because this will dry clear once it's finished. So all this does, this sealer, is basically to stop any drills falling off. So for example, if you had constant drills keep popping off where the stick is very bad, then this stuff would reinforce that a bit. So yeah, we're just going to put a generous amount of glue. I'm just wearing a glove just in case we get any sealer stuck on it. It's up to you how much you put on, but I'm going to put a generous amount on because what's lovely about these brushes, as I said before, they cover quite a large area because it probably can cover about 3 rows. So yeah, now it's up to you if you want to just go like that all the way down, or if you want to backstroke it like I do. I just want to get it on as quickly as I can because you got to be mindful that this is obviously the lid's off this jar for the length of time that you're sealing, so you don't want it to dry either. So yeah, I don't normally seal specials, but these ones, especially when the drills are so close to the side, as you can see, it's just a good idea to seal it. And it makes a lovely change because we've not done sealing in so long. I need to have a look at the playlist and see when I last did some sealing. And obviously you want to put it on in even amounts, and obviously it's your painting, so you can paint it, you can put loads on, you can put it even. With me, I always put a generous amount on, but they do say to put an even amount on, but as far as I'm concerned, I just want it a lot on there to just get a good amount on there. So yeah, and what I'm going to do is just take that bit off there because it's run off the side there. So yeah, Now once I finish with these brushes, because they're cheap as bricks on Temu, I will just chuck this brush away after. I like to save water. I can't be asked for sitting there brushing it, like washing it all out, so for me it's just easier to rebuy them. So now again, you don't have to seal the painting if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. And if you're worried that it would tone down the drills, like the colours will go a little bit not as colourful, from when I've painted it's always been pretty fine. However, I do get a bit nervous when I'm sealing drills that look like this, because I feel like it would take it down a bit. But yeah. Oh, I forgot about it in there. That's fine. That's okay, because that we can get that out. I'm gonna have to be careful about that bit. Now I have got another wildlife buddy on the way. This lovely woman on Vinted only wanted £2 for it, so as I say, when I order online on the Vinted, we get charged a buyer protection fee, so I will always do an offer, and I knocked that down to 120 and she accepted, so I was like, result, because you know, I don't want to be paying that 80p fee, although we still have to pay it. We get a little bit of a discount, so yeah. Now probably when we get over to this bit here, you'll start to see this drying. It can tend to dry quite quickly, so I've always found it dries quite quickly. And when you're sealing, it's incredibly difficult to seal on a white drill because you can't tell whether it's dried or not. But yeah, and obviously don't go too mad, because if you're going like that really fast it can dislodge it sometimes. So I'm not sure whether I'd use this on the scroll though, that's for sure, because that's like a special, isn't it? So yeah, right. Yeah, with coloured drills, as you can see, it's very easy to tell where you've sealed and where you haven't sealed, whereas white, it's like a needle in a haystack. Yeah, the amount of times I've picked up paintings and the drills have fell off. So this is why I like to seal it, because this one down here, oh, this one's a bloody old one and I forgot to seal it, and you see over the years they've popped off and fell off, so that is why it's always best to seal it. And again, if I see any clumps, like perhaps it's not like this bit for example, I just brush it down a bit further. So again, that needs to come off. Now if you did get a bit on this yellow stuff, that would just, you can peel it off, because this is like PVA, but obviously it's crystal sealer, so don't be using PVA because it's not the same stuff. Well, I think it's the same stuff, I'm not sure. I would always, there is another one called a crystal art shimmer, and that's supposed to give it like a shimmery appearance. I've never personally done shimmering, so yeah, I've never done that before. Yeah, I've had this sealer, like, oh my god, I've had it for at least 3 months now. It just seems to last so much. And what I also do is I will go round the side and just scrape it up from there, because all that up there is a waste of sealer, you see, so it's just easier to smother it all on and just use every little bit in all areas of the painting. So I feel like I'm doing a session of Art Attack. Apparently they're supposed to be making a comeback, whether it is, I don't know, but yeah, that was a good thing back in the day with Neil. I can't remember what his other name was, but he'd show you how to make things, and then obviously that's where the other show, Blue Peter, used to do it. Blue Peter was, I think that was like very similar, because I remember they going, and here's one I did earlier. So it's very similar, but you can't beat Art Attack. I mean, Art Attack was the best. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't really do sealing very often, because I just feel like it takes forever to do. Like, it's nice to get it slapped on there, but I feel like I'm just here forever, just sealing all the drills and stuff. So yeah, when you see this crap again in the completions video, that will all be lovely and sealed, because I don't do the completions video until the end of the month, because there's no point filming this if there's more that we've completed, you know. Does that make sense, or am I just discombobulating you? Now this one, I'm just going to stroke it around a little bit like that, because otherwise there's like a gap in the middle, which we can get off with like a toothpick or a cocktail stick. Well, that's used quite a lot of that up, so that's good. So obviously I'll try and use all this up for all 3 of these. I think there's a 4th one in there. Keep thinking there's only 3. So, it's bloody battery. There we go again. Do you know, I don't know what it is, but it just, like, these foam batteries just drain so much. Right, I'm probably going to leave that session there actually, because it looks as if we've done all that. So once we've done the session, as you can see, I get this paintbrush and I just snap it in half, because I do not use paintbrushes once they're done, because as I say, I cannot be bothered to sit there brushing them all out, cleaning it all out. I ain't got the time and patience for that. The amount of times I've done it and then like there's still more in it, you just got to wash it. Like white spirit or terps tends to do that, but yeah. So as you can see, that's a little bit more left. I got a fabulous deal on this. It was only, well, these normally are like, I think it's like £8.99. I've never ever got the big one. I'd like to get that big one. It's like 16 quid, but these last so much depending on the size of the painting. I think I did a 30x40 once and still had half left. So yeah, it does last quite a long time, depending obviously how you know, how much you do. As it says here, take a thin brush and apply a very thin layer. As I say, it's entirely up to you. You know, you can put a thick layer on, thin layer, it's down to your preference. And then obviously it says try to apply the sealer between the crystals, wipe off any excess sealer with a baby wipe. And then obviously it says to leave to dry for 4 to 6 hours, dry as crystal clear. And then if you wish to make the sealer thinner, you mix it with distilled water. Personally, I've never done that. I like to just use it, because if you water that down too much, the chances are it's going to be very difficult to bring that back in to a normal texture. But yeah, that's that done now. So next time you'll see it, it'll all be dried and on the completions video. So yeah, so that's that video. I'm really sorry there is no live again tomorrow. We were supposed, I mean today, because this will be Sunday's video now. What's pushed it out is obviously we had an episode of this that was supposed to go up yesterday and it didn't, so I've had to put that onto Saturday's slot. So this will be Sunday. So yeah, no live again this week. I do apologise. I'm trying to not get the schedule out of sync. I keep putting it out of sync. But anyway, have a wonderful day, people, and we'll see you next time. Bye.